said, we've got some rock stars. You have most of you have probably heard from Tiffany Schassar. If you haven't already, then you're going to have the treat of getting to hear her speak a little bit tonight. But she did choose to bring on with her an amazing, just a total rock star in Amber Tipton. Amber is out of Ava, Missouri, if I'm remembering that correctly. Yeah, Ava, Missouri. Homeschools 6 amazing children. She's a wife. She's a mom. And her husband run a construction business. I mean, amazing. Who wants to, put a 5 in the comments if you want to hear how she earned her stack last month. And someone with that much craziness going on in her life was able to find some time for this amazing business, right? And so super honored that both of them are here to share a little bit of their story, a little bit of their journey. And I'm going to turn it over to Tiffany here in just a minute. But before I do, I have a couple quick announcements to make. Number one, make sure we have had some amazing new guests on our Opportunity Zoom these last couple weeks. What do I want to remind you about? Obviously, it's about our Wednesday opportunity call. Why? Because it's the start of a new month. We're just starting November. Happy November, by the way. And it's going to be a November to remember, y'all. It's going to be a big, big month. We got a lot of fun things planned up. And so I just want to make sure, load up tomorrow's night's call, or Wednesday night, pardon me, call with as many guests as you can. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Plus, we have a big fun launch going on Thursday. For a lot of you that know, we've got some fun things happening that are coming into the VAC office on Thursday. But we're going to be launching those to all your guests, letting them know about them on Wednesday night, giving you all the details, a fun bunch of shareables, stuff that you can use for social. So make sure that you are tuning in, and bring at least one person with you. Just bring one with you on Wednesday at least. 5's better, but 1's good. So with that being said, y'all, I am so honored to turn it over to our amazing rock star. She's on the field advisory board with Royal Black Diamond, Tiffany Schassar. And it's not really the rank. It's really who she is and what she brings to the table. Ranks. What I love about ranks is it shows very, very specifically that Tiffany has helped a serious amount of people find happiness and success throughout this opportunity. Amber being one of them. So with that being said, y'all, give it up, give some love to the amazing Tiffany Schassar. Turn it over to you, sister. Appreciate you.
Hey, thank you. First off, can you hear me good? Because I'm on a weird phone.
You're good. We got you loud and clear.
Thank you so much, Taylor. So Taylor kind of saved my skin here in the background of trying to upload Zoom, update it, use a backup phone, but we're here, we're making it happen just like we're going to do in November, and we're going to blow it out. So I'm so excited. I'm really excited for this month of November, especially because there's just so much new. You guys know in October, we had all of the new teenies, the new products, the new bonuses, the new systems. And I just feel like, coming into November, normally this is kind of when the gift giving season kicks in. This is kind of when health and wellness takes a backseat a little bit. And, maybe in past years, we've really struggled to end our Q4 and blow it out in a big, huge way. And now we have all of that opportunity. And I just really feel like, if you are lacking in any way, if you've had any questions, I just feel like with October, your confidence really should be through the roof. We've gotten a chance to see what corporate's been working on this whole time for us, and it just shows how much they truly care about our success. Like, you're safe here. You're in a really good place. You're in a place where your corporate loves you, and they pour gasoline on your fire. They do everything that they can to help us succeed. So I just kind of wanted to say that I'm just so excited for November, because of October was just so, I don't know, just like strongly coming through with everything that we needed. The obstacles that we have maybe had before are completely out of our way, and we are just literally free to fly. So I'm really excited tonight. We're going to get to talk to Amber Tipton. Amber Tipton is a stack earner. So who is going after their stack in November, who is already working on it? It's the beginning of the month. If you missed it last month, don't beat yourself up. It's okay. We were doing a lot of new things. We were getting in the groove, but now we can smash it. We fully understand all the new things coming in. We fully understand the bonus. So I hope to see a lot of hands in there. I'm not Taylor with the favorite numbers. So any emoji will do if you guys are running. And like I said, we get to talk to a stack earner tonight. So I do want to take a minute and just say, congratulations, not only to Amber Tipton, who was an October stack earner, but to all of our stack earners. And I want to say that I noticed that literally everybody's winning, you guys. So we have new people coming in that are hitting stacks. I have people that have recently came back that are hitting stacks. We have people that have been here that for a long time hitting stacks. So there's nothing stopping us in November, but seriously, congratulations to everybody that hit a stack in October, that got this ball rolling, that is growing your business. Those checks that are going to come in right before Christmas are going to be right on time and so, so needed. So congratulations, everybody. And I do want to introduce Amber Tipton. Kind of like Taylor said, Amber Tipton is amazing. She has a heart of pure gold that I know you're going to pick up when she starts to talk tonight. Like Taylor said, she is a really busy mom. She has 6 kids and she homeschools every single one of them. She has a brick and mortar business. She probably has not enough day as there are hours. You know what I'm saying? So she really finds the time to pour into this business and into all of us. And I'm so thankful she's here. So I just want Amber, I'm going to turn it over to you. And if you want to introduce yourself and let us know about your powerful story that you have here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Thank y'all for having me on tonight. I have been with Happy Co. March will be 2 years. I actually came to Happy Co. without the intent of network marketing. So I have to admit that. What happened is back in December of 2021, I became very, very sick. And as a mother of 6, getting sick is not something that seems to be an option or on the table, and definitely not where I was headed. I was actually dying when I came to Happy Co. And I mean that very literally when I say it. I was on my deathbed. I was to the point I was sleeping over 16 hours a day. And I remember before I got a phone call from a friend of mine, I was actually the day before I was laying in bed holding my daughter, who we had just had her birthday on my bed, not 2 months prior to that because I wasn't able to get up. I remember praying, God, just let her have one memory of me. And for those of you out there that are parents, think about it. We all want to have these big impacts on our kids and we all want to shape them and help them to become these people. And here I was praying for just her to have one memory. And that was very, very hard. So I had a friend, she called me and we was talking and she could tell I was kind of keeping something to myself. We live over 600 miles away from family by the grace of God. So we actually did not even talk about what was going on. They just knew that, I didn't have social media anyhow. So I just want to point that out. I came to Happy Co with no social media. So they didn't have a way of seeing what was going on. My husband and I were able to be very selective in what we told our family, because when you're married and you have 6 children and especially young children, and you know that you're dealing with the imminent death of a parent, there's a lot to process. And we really didn't want any additional heartache. But my friend just kept picking at it. And I finally told her. And she said, because the complications, they were from autoimmune disease. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, no medical claims or anything. This is just my story. She said, listen, I'm with this company now. They've got some good products. I've heard, some good things with autoimmune disease and stuff like this. I was like, send me the information. That's what I said. And I read it. And I actually took it to my husband. My husband is not a reader, y'all. I don't know how many of y'all have those husbands, but they will watch like a million TikToks and not read a paragraph. But my husband's that way. And he actually read the info. He read the info on it. And I never will forget what he told me. He said, if it buys you 3 days, it's worth it. Now think about that. I was buying a kit not to lose weight, not to get energy, not to earn income. I was literally buying my kit for 3 days of life. 3 days. And I ordered the kit, and I really didn't have a lot of hope in anything at this point. I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all, because I wasn't keeping down solid food. I wasn't able to get out of bed by myself. My size was, I was in a tight fitting 3X male clothing. I was having a hard time breathing. And I was born with some rare genetic conditions, and I had early onset autoimmune diseases. So I've never known a day in my life that I haven't been in extreme pain. And I'm talking mind-blowing pain. And so when I got Happy Co, because it was so difficult for me to keep down stuff, I was sipping on the products. Think about that. Sipping. It was taking like 30 plus minutes for me to get down a teacup size amount of liquid with our coffee or unwind or whatever in it. But I was consistent. I took the products. I didn't give myself excuses. I took the products. Between day 7 and day 10, I woke up one morning and I had to call my husband. And I called him and I told him, I said, I'm not hurting. And I don't know how many of y'all have had family members on hospice, but usually when you get the phone call, they're no longer hurting, it's not a good thing. You're looking at a very short window. My husband came home and I was sitting up in bed and he was like, what, and you know, he looked and I was stable. I was stable. That was insane. No pain at all. Never known that a day in my life. So the days went on. I started having more energy. Suddenly I wasn't sleeping 16 hours a day. And then I started to notice something else. The inflammation that I had battled my entire life. And keep in mind, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at 3 years old. I don't know what it is about me and threes and God, but he's got a joke in there somewhere. But I didn't have any inflammation. And then the craziest thing started happening. I started getting up and walking, and I was diagnosed with severe neuropathy in my feet. Like, to stand on them, it felt like somebody was beating my feet with a pinball hammer. I could stand. No pain in walking. And long story short, here we are. I'm coming on my 2nd year anniversary with Happy Co, and I am down over 110 pounds. My health is unrecognizable. My joints are unrecognizable. And I feel amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I will not be going anywhere. And I won't, because of what Happy Co did for me. Every day my husband has my desk and I can look right out my window and see my kids playing on the swing set. And all I can think is, I'm not supposed to see this. I'm not supposed to have these conversations. I'm not supposed to witness these memories. And here I am. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for Happy Co, what they did. And I'm grateful for the fact that now I have children, that my teenagers who deal with pain, they reach for it. So yeah, that's a little bit of my story.
Your story is so powerful, Amber, because I mean, we know the power of these products, but when you really hear someone's story that is that far into what they think, I mean, look at Amber. She's beautiful. She's young. She's vibrant. She has beautiful children and a beautiful family. And to think that that's where she was at mentally, physically, at the end of her rope, her whole family, you know, of course, like she said, we can't make medical claims, but I just want to say, when you've gone through some of those big things, I mean, talk about commitment. You know, when you've crossed a huge mountain like that, I think the first thing you want to do is reach back and pull someone through it. You know exactly what it feels like. You've been there before, and all you want is to help another person. So I really am so thankful that you shared your story in that way, Amber, because it's so powerful, and it kind of lets us in to see why you're so committed, because you are so far at the end of your rope. And I do want to say that, you know, in general, you know, just the mountains that we've crossed, the weight, the pain, the sleep, all of it. We've got some new folks on here. You know, we've got some new teamies that are literally just starting their journey with the HCO products. So if you guys are in the comments, if you wouldn't mind sharing, what are your big mountains that you've crossed? I know for me, it's been weight, it's been anxiety, it's been depression, no medical claims. It's just, I live a better daily life, and I know Amber does. And like I said, you can just see how vibrant she is, and to think the opposite was true almost 2 years ago, it's just really hard to imagine. So I know, Amber, that everybody's big question that they're always wanting to learn more about is, you know, what are your processes? Like, what are you doing to build your business? What are you doing, like maybe in your DMOs or your non-negotiable DMOs? I know a lot of people always have that number one question. If you'd like to share a little bit about that, please.
Absolutely. So, like Taylor said, I homeschool 6 kids. I run 2 other businesses, and I'm remodeling my house, which we won't talk about that because there's an addition that's barely dried in. But what I do is consistently, it's 6 days a week for me. And I do it like Tiffany said, when you come from a mountain that I was in, it's easy to shout it from the rooftops. If anything, you want to like grab people by the wrist and be like, just come here and see this, just try it. Like, you don't understand the power of what I'm seeing. And even I went to a funeral a month ago and they were like, you know, what did you do? I was like, you've seen what I've done. I know you've been watching me. But for me, I get up and I post in my stories. I post in my stories 5 times a day on average. I always start out with something personal, usually a little bit funny. For those of you that know me, I curl my hair with rollers. People get a kick out of it. They enjoy it. I turned it on live and I'm completely okay with that. But then I go on a 1 hour activity loop. And during this time, what I do personally is I comment on 5 wall posts. And then I go through 5 wall posts and I send a personal message. I really love voice messages. I feel like if I send a typed out, it just doesn't have the same emotion to it. And I'm very much so a humor based person. So that comes in handy and saves my bacon a lot. Then I get in and I comment on 5 stories. And then I go in, I watch 5 reels, just 5. I know that scroll hole is addictive on every plane, just 5. And I comment on them. And then I send 5 friend requests. And then I go to the customer group and I comment and post in the customer group. And then I invite to the customer group. And then I will send a message or 2 to some team members, just kind of selectively, hey, how are you doing? What goals are you reaching for today? Whatever the case may be. And then I do that on a loop. And I do it on a loop. And I will usually add in, like messaging people, hey, happy whatever day of the week it is. I hope you're having a spectacular week. Or if it's their birthday, I'll send them a PM for their birthday. And I just make that 1 hour loop before I post. And it's really helped my algorithm. It's helped my engagement and it's helped my visibility, which is huge for me. I just need the visibility part. But then after that, I get in and I finish up my happy birthdays. I go to all of my old customers, whether they order or not. I still love on them. I still check on them. I still message them. Same for potentials. I get in there and I message them. I go and I talk to my teammates. I see what they're up to. And I always pay attention. I pay attention to what other people do because people are geniuses and have amazing creative ideas. I'm like, hey, and I'll be in your DMs being like, hey, do you care if I borrow that? Or how did you do this? I want to know. But then I do my reach outs and I actually have, I do my follow ups after that. But then I reach out, I have a follow up list. My husband calls it Life E. It's on my desk. And anytime somebody has had a new baby, a new job, a new car, a new house, they went on vacation, I write it down and I make a loop in it. And I'll come back around 2 weeks later and be like, hey, Susie Q, I saw that you had your baby 2 weeks ago. Oh, they're so cute. What have they been doing? Have they reached a milestone yet? Or, you know, and just have a conversation. Just make people feel like they're getting connected because they are. And I think it really makes a difference, or at least it has for me.
I think it's made a huge difference. Amber, you said when you started, you had no Facebook. What's your following now?
Almost 12,000.
Almost 12,000. I knew it was a high number. That's why I'm like, I felt okay to spring that one on you.
Yeah.
Amber, I just think that it's so evident that what you do is kind of based in love and based in this, like, not obligation, but like commitment to help folks. But what you're doing isn't recreating the wheel. I mean, you're very consistent and you're doing tasks that you're repeating every day. So I think a big point is that when you can find the time, when you can fit it in, if you have other jobs, if you have other commitments, take that hour to do those things. I mean, she just listed off, I tried to write as fast as you said, but like 10 different things that when you do things consistently, you actually can get them done in that amount of time. So, you know, it's not always a new strategy or a new thing that we're bringing to you, but sometimes we're just kind of showcasing that, you know, real life, there's real tasks that you can do. And a lot of what she said is creating relationships. She's not bamboozling anybody, you know, she's creating a relationship. And I did want to add this a little bit add on to this is that Amber is just a tremendous leader. And to me, leading is not necessarily about your rank. It's not. Like Taylor said, maybe I helped a bunch of people, but it has nothing to do with your rank. It has nothing to do with your team size. It has nothing to do with your volume size. I mean, being a leader is, you know, helping people. Sometimes it's creating something or doing something when you see a lack. Sometimes it's just showing people how you did something, showing them how to do that. But I think that a big part of leadership is inspiring action when there is not any. And Amber has injected a lot of fun into our team. And I actually wanted her to share a little bit about that as well.
Okay. So for me, I love to love on people. That is just a driving force. And thank God he gave me 5 daughters and 1 son. So it's easy to love on people in my household too. But the thing about it is sometimes people just need to know, hey, I see you. So I'm bad to pop in. I always joke I'm the Taylor Swift song. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. If your messenger blows up, you know where that's at. But I'll get in, I'll be like, hey, everybody who did a live, drop it in. And I'll do a contest. And I always make sure I try to do my contests not based on skill. I don't care if you closed on a customer. I don't care if you brought in a brand partner. I want you to show up. I want you to do a live. I want you to invite to the team customer group. I want you to have people on WhatsApp weekly. That's what I want, because those are skills that eventually pay off. And that's what people need to be loved on, because when you do that, your team thrives. When they don't see that glass ceiling up above them, because everybody's running together and there's no like head horse leading the team, people run hard, and energy and ingenuity is contagious. And I'm a huge fan of collaboration. Lean into the talents God gave you, because we all have different ones. My husband jokes because I get on Canva and he calls it the adult coloring book that pays. But some people don't like Canva. But then I found like those that don't like Canva, they love to make reels. Well, how did you make the reel? Can you show me? Are you better at follow-ups? What's your follow-up formula? Everybody has a very unique skill, and I love pulling that out. If you know what you're good at, go to your upline, go to your sidelines, go to each other, collaborate with them, because I guarantee you, if you have that skill, there's a reason that you were brought to that team, and it helps so much. And it also sparks that joy. If you're loving what you do and you're leaning into your God-given talents, you're going to run harder. I promise you that much. So.
Amber, you are amazing. Thank you so, so, so much. I mean, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate all that you do on a daily basis, just for everybody around you, not just the fact that you're growing your business and that you're having success and all of these great things for you. You pour that into everybody around you. And listen, we're all not Amber, okay? I'm not great at graphics, but you know, maybe I can help the person that is good with graphics with an idea of something, or maybe I have a good idea for a post or a good idea for a contest or something, and we can collaborate. And I like that whole like vibe vibe of building a team so strong that you don't know who the leader is. So I do want to encourage you guys to pick up a piece of Amber tonight. I mean, pick up a piece of her commitment, pick up a piece of her love, pick up a piece of her heart, pick up a piece of the, you know, the willing to help others, not just by reaching back and showing them the product, not just by reaching back and showing them the business, but by just reaching out and collaborating and really coming through as, you know, one dream team, because that's what we are, you guys. We're one big family. And I certainly hope that you guys look at November just full of unlimited possibilities. We have so many things, different ways to think outside of the box. And this is honestly the best time for collaboration. You know, we have new products, a new way to do things, and who wouldn't want some help in that? So anyways, I hope you guys got a lot of value from tonight. Please give Amber a round of applause. Please tell her how amazing she is in the comments. I also noticed you guys were sharing some of your big mountains that you've crossed. I really appreciate that. Then everybody gets to see all of those stories kind of together as we're doing this. But other than that, I hope you guys got value. I hope you guys have a super great night. And we're just going to plow through November and plow through the fourth quarter of the year like we've never seen before. So let's go out and do it. I love you guys. Have a good night, everybody.